So this is an update a couple of months after the last part of the video. Turned out that when I replaced the chain, I hadn't set the top tensioner properly, which is the one up by there. You see the head of it, it goes through. And what you need to do is you need to push the plastic guide in, and then the piston pops out. It's got like a little spring clip on it, and I hadn't set that properly. I pinched the spring clip together, but it didn't pop out. I didn't realise you had to push it in, like the lower one, which is there. It had like a little metal bracket, and you pull it out and the piston pops out, and all the tensioners I've ever seen are like that. So that was a bit of a mistake on my half. So when I thought it sounded better, it did initially, and then as time went on, the chain started rattling. So I had to pull the gearbox off and redid the chains, put a new chain kit on it and all new tensioners. I did initially reset that top one. When I worked out what the problem was, I reset it. With the engine still in the car, I just took off that top cover, and I had to take the tensioner out because I couldn't push it in with it in the car. So I had to take the tensioner out, release the tensioner, put it all back together, and it was fine. There was no wear on the guide, but I just wanted to make sure it was 100%, so I decided I'd put a new chain kit on it. So I did that, and yeah, it's all good now, because it's quiet like it should be. I'll put a little clip of it running just so you can hear the difference. Probably still sound like rubbish because it's recorded on my phone, but it does sound normal now. So I got there eventually. It's taken me a while, but I'm gonna call this engine rebuild a success now. Car runs great, done 5,000 miles, no issues really. So that last little bit I filmed was filmed on Sunday, and the reason the gearbox was off was because I was just fixing an oil leak. That's why I knew it all ran nicely. I had an oil leak on the rear timing chain cover. So I was confident in the car, and then the very next day, my wife's driving to work, she rings me up, broken down, with a little bit of inspection. Got a broken pulley on the inlet camshaft. So I've never seen a failure like this. I did reach out to a few specialists and ask them if they've ever seen this happen, and 3 out of the 4 I spoke to had. So I guess it's another thing that happens with these awful engines. So I bought a replacement sprocket, genuine one. The kit I had used originally, I've done maybe 3,000 miles on it, but it was a cheap one. So I mean, is it just a sub-quality sprocket, or is it a design issue? Is it something I've done? I don't know. The timing's been fine, but the chain was loose, wasn't it, for a bit? So possibly that's been a contributing factor on it. So yeah, I think I've got away with any valve damage. I can rotate the cam, the inlet cam, all the way around. I can feel it opening the valves, so I think I might be good. Yeah, I might have got lucky. So I'm going to put this new sprocket on and try and fire it up and see how I get on. But so much for a reliable car for the foreseeable future. It's just constantly giving me trouble. So that's what it sounds like now. Still not amazing, but in the range of normal. So hopefully that's the end of it, you know?